Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Jubilee from the Caliban Build-A-Figure wave. If you want to pick this figure up and the rest of the wave, you can do so at Big Bad Toy Store, and there'll be a link in the description for that. So, this figure is a really awesome release, not just because it's an epic-looking 90s, Jim Lee Jubilee, but also because that's what we've been wanting as Marvel Legends fans for quite a while. We did actually get this Jubilee right here, which was a Build-A-Figure, which is amazing. I love this thing. And lots of people were making 3D printed heads and also then repainting the body and even sculpting on shorts and going through, quite hefty lengths to turn this into the figure that they really did want. And this is a great figure, don't get me wrong. I'm really happy to have this, but this is the one that we all really wanted in our hearts, and we finally got that. So clearly, I will be doing a comparison of the two, and I'll go over the pros and cons of both of these figures. For now, let's just take a quick look at the packaging here. You can tell right here on the badge, we have an X on the badge. I'll show you a close-up on the figure when we get it out of the packaging, but it's not quite the same symbol. And also on here, you do get a bit of colouring around the collar, and then the edge of the suit design. You can see it better there, actually. This is coloured right here on the picture. It's not on the figure. That's just something to take a note of. I do actually have the Toy Biz Weapon X that is in packaging right now. I was going to open it up at some point and do a review. I might just keep it in package right now, to be totally honest, because it looks great in that old Toy Biz style box. But I will still at least show that box when I do review that Weapon X figure, so don't worry, I will do a comparison of that with the Toy Biz one, but it probably will be staying in package now that we've got this new one. But anyway, let's stop blabbering about and let's review this thing. Let's take it out of the box and have a closer look. And here we have Jubilee out of the packaging. On the right there, obviously we have the newer one. On the left, we have the older Build-A-Figure version. So first up, the height of these figures are both pretty much exactly the same at 5 3/4 inches tall. So obviously she's a great height for, your average kind of teenager or your younger or smaller figure. So, yeah, this is a fantastic height, a fantastic look for both figures, although very different. This one obviously being more modern and kind of has a more kind of gothic look to it with the all-black jumpsuit there, a slightly darker yellow cloak. We're also going to be seeing a slightly different hairstyle with the two figures, this one being a bit more ruffled up, but both very similar still. With the glasses, also we have a translucent pair on the new figure, and the older one is just a really nice, might I add, metallic purple. But the translucency does win out because obviously she can wear them. Now, the head that came with this new Jubilee figure from the Caliban wave was this one. It has the accurate earrings there. They are very nicely painted in gold. It does have the line that goes through the center, same as on the badge. I did mention during the opening sequence that the badge on the promo art, the image on the back of the box, was actually the Xmen logo. Well, it should be this line. Maybe she does have an Xmen logo at some point there. So I'm very glad that at least that they did go with the more comic accurate version, at least with what I've seen from pictures and Google searches and stuff. She does have the same logo on her earrings as she does on her torso, just like with this figure. So I'm glad that that is one difference that they went with from the box. Another interesting thing about this head is that on the side here, we do actually have a couple of holes for these glasses. And we do actually have a pair of the glasses right here. They have a little kind of peg on them. Don't know if you'll quite be able to see it. You should be able to see it right there. They do have a little peg, which helps it sit on the head. I think these ones that it came with may have a little bit of glue in there, though, just to keep them nice and solid and secure. They do wiggle up and down a little bit if you push on them, and you can see that the eyebrow paint does kind of move with them. Obviously, that's just the pressure of them being on and in the package. That's no problem, because I'm never going to want to take them off. But if they do come off, or if they break, you have a spare set. Because if you're noticing, there's 3 pairs of glasses. This one and this one are definitely 100% removable. They come loose in the box. In the box, this head, if you remember from the start, comes without any glasses on it. She's just blowing the bubblegum piece, which is attached in the mouth, which may be removable. But I don't know if it is or not. I'm not going to pull on it and then have to glue it back in case it's not meant to come out. I don't see why it would be meant to come out, because why would she need an open mouth like that anyway? So, I recommend Not trying to pull the glasses off this head, although if you really want them off, then go ahead and take them off. I'm sure, you have a spare set to put on there, and then you have another set for this one. So basically, whatever happens, whether you break a pair or lose a pair, I'm pretty sure that's why they came with extras. I haven't actually watched another review of this figure. This may just be my figure has come with 2 of these loose ones, and then there's one on that head. I'm not massively sure, but mine at least does have 2 loose pairs and 1 pair that is definitely fixed very well to this head, but I'm sure that it is meant to come off, because these 2 do have the little nub on the end, but that head does actually not. It has slots in the side of the head above the ears that help you kind of align the glasses and help them sit where they're meant to be, but they do not have any holes in them. So they are, I think, meant as you can put it there, but you could also use it as a spare for this head, which I think is really, really awesome. Having 3 pairs of glasses is a definite plus for this figure. Clearly, though, because of the way that the hair is set up and everything, you can't have a style like this one, because the glasses are just going to be bent outwards because the hair is too big. So would have been nice, but hey, you get 2 awesome heads. So you just get the regular head, and then she's blowing the bubble gum. You also get the spare glasses. You can have that head without them. I'm sure if you took them off this one, you could as well. But like I said, with mine, a little bit of the eyebrow paint is on the glasses, so I wouldn't be doing that myself. But the option's there if you want to do so. For a customizer, it's fantastic that you are getting an extra set of those glasses as well. Obviously, another major difference here is we get, well, it is a completely different sculpt all around, because we get the shorts. Love the fact that we get the different paint on the end there for the turned up end. That is fantastic. You're getting the different arm sculpts there, obviously, for both the top section, which does actually have some cuffs on there, and for those gloves, which are really, really nicely detailed. And then obviously you have these hand sculpts, which I think we may have seen these hands before. In fact, I think that hand is the same as that one right there, like for like. This one I'm pretty sure we probably have seen before as well. And then we do also have the new sculpt down here for these boots, which is very, very nice indeed. The skin tone is a really nice color. It is ever so slightly lighter than on the Build-A-Figure. So yes, you do get the interchangeable heads there and the glasses that you can remove and spares. That's awesome. And obviously it has that Jim Lee 90s kind of look. However, with the older one, we do get these accessories. She can be using her powers. They were really, really nice accessories. And this is really at the time of Marvel Legends where these started to become a prominent feature. And since then, we've got quite a lot of accessories with our figures in the same kind of translucent style, which also means that you probably will have various versions of them. There's, different Doctor Strange figures and the Mysterio, and I think Magneto comes with some. You've got Scarlet Witch, obviously this figure right here. There's many characters that have come with different kinds of effects, and also there's the Havoc if you want some light blue ones and stuff. So there's lots of different effects that you can use with both figures. They don't have to just be like these. There's those other circle ones, like I said, with Havoc, Doctor Strange and stuff. They have the clips that you can clip onto the arms and the wrists. So you have varying effects if you do collect Marvel Legends already in your arsenal that you can attach to this figure. You don't really need to worry about getting this one and having these effects, although it is nice that this came with them. This one has the interchangeable head, this one has the effects, so I think that they are even in that respect. But in terms of a recommendation for both of the figures, I would definitely say go for this one, because it's the one that people more recognize, unless you really do like this version better. Out of the 2 designs, I like this design better, but I connect more with this one and would rather have this one for an X-Men display, if that makes any sense. But yeah, just how awesome is that bubblegum sculpt right there? It is translucent, and it's just awesome. It really, really is awesome. Slightly off center, but as you can see, it's kind of flexible, so don't worry too much about that. You could heat that up and move it if you really wanted to. We do have some gold paint down here on these buttons, and this is flexible, so it's not going to hinder your articulation in any way. Articulation on both figures is the same, so the head can move up and down, left and right, and pivot side to side a lot. The shoulders can come out to the side and rotate all the way around. Same with the biceps, they can rotate all the way around and go in and out. You got the same hinge here on the wrist as well, so they can swivel all the way around and hinge in and out. At the torso here, she can move left and right and back and forward. Very nice. In fact, forward not so much, but back a little bit more. But with a cloak on a figure like this, an amp crunch isn't really all that necessary. Does she have a waist down there as well? Yes, she does actually have a separate waist joint down there as well, which that one does not have, but that one has a really nice sleek look to it, so it doesn't need one. And you have that anyway, so you don't need a waist, but there you go. If you want one, you got one. Hips come out to the side that much, move forward and back a little bit. Rotation at the upper part of the thigh. You do have a double jointed knee. You also have a rotation at the boot cut there as well, as the foot moving up this much and down. And then you have your awesome ankle pivot there as well. So the articulation on both of these figures is amazing and basically exactly the same. Obviously, you got the different accessories that pretty much makes them both equal, although you can add accessories to this one if you wish, and if you already have them from Marvel Legends, so that's no problem. This is the more iconic look. It was in the 90s cartoon, and it's the Jubilee that really we all wanted when this Build-A-Figure came out, although this looks awesome itself, and just in terms of the design and everything, I do like this version of the character better. But this isn't any normal action figure comparison, because you can't just go and pick this figure up from anywhere. It was a Build-A-Figure, which means as it was, I don't even know what year it came out. It could be 2, 3, 4 years old at this point. I honestly don't know exactly when this came out off the top of my head. But it's, you know, it's old enough not to be in stores anymore. And even if you went online, yes, there are going to be more of them around, which helps you buying this thing now, because people will have this, and so they'll be wanting to sell this, which is really great if you want it. But this is likely to be more expensive because they had to buy multiple figures to put this thing together. So you are going to be paying the kind of Build-A-Figure price for this, possibly, which is generally more than your average figure for that reason. So you might have really good luck right now in hunting these down because people are getting rid of them because they got the newer one. So that'll be awesome. But for people like me, I really do enjoy this figure. So I'll definitely be keeping it. And we have different ages of X-Men displays. So it definitely still has its place in everyone's collection. So maybe people won't be as quick to get rid of it. But we'll see. So 100% recommend both. This one's going to be easier for you to find. If you want this one, you're just going to have to keep on trying your luck on eBay. Keep on searching for Marvel Legends and Jubilee and Build-A-Figure and whatever keywords that you can use to try and find this thing. Yeah, keep an eye out for it. It's an awesome figure. I definitely do recommend it. I know it's going to be overshadowed by this one quite a lot in many people's eyes. But yeah, just do not discount this thing. If you have it, do you definitely need to get this one? No, not really. It's not all that different, unless you really, really wanted that look. Obviously, Marvel Legends right now is releasing all the 90s versions. We've got Beast in the same wave, for example, and then we have the Wolverine and Cyclops that came out a few waves before as well. So obviously, I've got to recommend that if you want a Jubilee, you go ahead and pick this one up because it's the one that's on the shelves right now, and it's much easier to track down and find. And it's an awesome, awesome figure. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more from me, there'll be links in the description right now to my social media. And also, you can see some videos on the screen at the bottom right now, too. For more Marvel Legends, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.